Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
Welcome back to News 46. A special fire safety house was set up by the Clark County Fire Department Saturday in Sandy Valley to show kids how to safely exit their home if there is a fire.
The Fire Safety House is an opportunity for us as explorers to reach out to the public and the community, and especially children, and teach them about safety around their house as far as in the kitchen and in their bedrooms, and just the main things in case there's a fire, such as finding a safe point outside the house and knowing your exit points around the house. You don't ever want the handles hanging off. You always want to try and keep them away. If children are running around in the kitchen, you don't want them to hit it, have the boiling water or anything cooking go off onto the floor. You always want to make sure you keep anything flammable away from the stove, clear of everything. Another thing we like to go over is the smoke alarms. We always push that you check your smoke alarms every month and check the batteries, just run a test on them, make sure everything's working properly. We also suggest that you replace the batteries every 6 months.
This unit that you brought here today fills with smoke. What are you guys actually using for the smoke here?
It's just a basic fog machine. We put a little bit of liquid smoke in there and just pump it out.
How are the kids reacting to this?
The kids enjoy it. We get a lot of the kids who actually come back multiple times and are interested in how it works, and I think they enjoy the smoke mostly, but it's definitely, we know it's helping them learn the crucial parts of their house and what they need to do to be safe.
Some of the things that you taught in there, and someone had made a comment, is feeling the door for heat, and that's something that you taught in there. What would a person do and not do if they feel heat or don't feel heat?
If they feel heat, they're going to want to not enter that area because there's most likely going to be fire on the other side, and that's not going to be a safe way to exit, so they're going to have to find another way out of the room. You check the door by using your hand and feeling for heat. If there's no heat, you can proceed to that room. So we got smoke coming in here now, so we're going to check for heat. Now we're going to get out of this building, this room. So we're going to come out, we're going to stay low as it's smoky, and you're going to find your exit point.
So you were showing how to go out the window and as well meet up at a location with the rest of the family members.
Yes, it's just an accountability system to make sure all family members know where to go, and it's just a safe point, and they should stay at that point until fire department arrives or all of their family is there to make sure everyone is safe.
Is that something that you would recommend practicing throughout the family, is how to exit in case of emergencies?
Absolutely. It's very important to make sure everybody stays safe, keep everybody out of the house, and make sure everybody is all together. And another important thing is, if everybody does go to a safe point and someone is not there, at least we'll know that, there probably will be someone in the house.
Angela Miles has today's first business brief.
This is the first business brief for Tuesday, February the 5th. I'm Angela Miles. To avoid sky-high airfares, a study shows the best time to get a great deal on a domestic flight is 49 days prior to your trip. For international travel, it's 81 days. If you are booking at a shorter timetable, Cheap Air recommends being flexible. Higher prices at the gas pump trickled into consumer spending by the most in 3 decades. Gas prices are already breaking records this February with an average cost of $3.50 per gallon. The Energy Information Administration reports that U.S. households spent an average of nearly $3,000 on gas in 2012, the most since the early 80s. And New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is proposing one of the most ambitious home buyback programs ever attempted. $400 million would be used to purchase homes along the coastline that were destroyed by Superstorm Sandy. That's the first business brief. I'm Angela Miles.
To see more of First Business, watch KPVM TV channel 46.1 at 10:30 a.m. weekdays.
Thank you very much. And Ron Keel and Paul Sorrentino will be performing at 2 locations this Saturday. The first is at Guitar West on Highway 372, and later in the evening, the duo will be at Bender's Bar on the south end of town. They performed right here in Rave's studio, and here's a taste of what is in store this weekend.
I'm Jekyll and Hyde. I have a heavy metal band called Keel. We are touring the world and playing on the Monsters of Rock cruise next month. Also, I host my own radio show called Streets of Rock and Roll. You can find that at ronkeel.com. And I perform in the country music show Country Superstars at Planet Hollywood and perform whenever I can with this guy, Paul Shortino.
And me too. Anytime I can jam with Ronnie, it's all good. Nothing wrong with me loving you, baby, now. Oh yeah, and giving yourself to me can never be wrong if your love is true. Give me the people to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Coming to Las Vegas at the LVH in March with a show called Raiding the Rock Vault. They actually signed a contract for a year here, but we know how things go in Las Vegas, you know. So anyways, but it's with real rock stars, and it's a story of rock and roll history from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And Howard Leese, who was just inducted in the Hall of Fame of Rock and Roll, is one of the guitar players. Tracy Guns from LA Guns, and John Payne from Asia is in the show, and there'll be a guest star maybe every week or every month. Different rock and roll people will come in. They're looking at Peter Frampton, Rick Derringer, some people, Greg Rowley, a lot of good rock and roll people to be guests. So you never know. You might come and see the show one night, and the next night it might be have different songs in it. There might be a different lineup of people and different songs. But there's a main cast for the show. And it's a lot different than Rock of Ages. It's more of a history of rock and roll. And that'll be, we'll be performing there from Sunday through Thursday, and then I think it's every other weekend. We'll be doing maybe a Saturday at the LVH. So that comes out, and it starts happening in March. I think there's a soft opening in the beginning of March, and then a red carpet at the later part of March.
Amazing. And you guys are both going to be in the show together. Any new releases that you're going to be coming out with soon as well?
I have a new solo album called Metal Cowboy coming out. It's kind of a combination of my country influences and my heavy metal roots, because I love both. Like I said, I'm Jekyll and Hyde. I love the energy, the excitement, and thrill of arena rock, but I also love the sensibilities that come with country songs, singing about real life, love, heartbreak, and both they're all drinking songs about chasing women anyway. So that's my common ground. It's a solo album called Metal Cowboy. We'll continue with the radio show Streets of Rock and Roll. Paul's been a frequent guest on the show, and this is a very special weekend for us next weekend on February 9th in Pahrump, Nevada. Because we're both so busy, we never get to perform together anymore. And it's been 2 years since our last show, so we're excited to bring the Keel Shortino and Keel show to Bender's in Pahrump next Saturday, February 9th at 9 o'clock. For us, because we're both a big part of these big production shows where there's 27 people and everything's choreographed and timed out, to where we can get on stage together with our guitars, our voices, our friendship, and our magic, and just have a good time with the music that we love. And you're going to see some train wrecks. Oh, and you're going to see some,
but you know what?
Some
It's
moments
stripped.
of magic. I mean,
This is Paul Shortino and Ron Keel stripped right down.
Giving the people to free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
To view the extended version and performance of this interview, go to KPVM's YouTube page. Now, I wanted to tell you that I was here when the guys were at the studio, and both of them are just super, super nice and very, very talented.
They're awesome.
They are, and they gave us a preview of their video, which will be coming out in June. They can't release it yet. And Paul, the one with the black hair, he wrote a song called, I think it's called Good Time, Have a Good Time. Anyway, very catchy, and it was really, really good. I was really impressed. And you know, there's some rock stars. I mean, a lot of people know who they are, and they're excited for them to come out. But they do all kinds of music.
Everything from Quiet Riot and just heard them doing some older stuff.
They do.
Well.
And now the tall one, Ron Keel, he is a Ronnie Dunn impersonator in Las Vegas. He's in a show.
Okay.
And that's why he looks a lot like Ronnie Dunn.
Yeah, I was thinking Brooks and Dunn totally. I was like, it's him.
Yes, totally. So, well, that's it for them, though.
Okay. Well, we'll have great weather right after this break with Ian B. Clark.
News 46 weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump. Local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back. Today's weather brought to you by Nevada Dairy Council. Sunny skies. We almost had 70 degrees there. Just 1 point under. High of 69. Winds south at 5. Gusts at 12. Pressure falling from 30.05. UV index at 3 moderate. Humidity 27%. Sunrise 6:41 a.m. and the record high 78 degrees back in 1947. So looking at tonight, we're going to have some clouds come in, but not too much. Our low is going to come down at 41. Winds south-southwest at 4, gusts at 9, humidity 47%, sunset 5:15 p.m., and the record low for tonight is 18 degrees back in 1939. So looking at Wednesday, it's going to be kind of like what it was today. Sunny skies, high of 68, low of 37, but the winds a bit different. North-northeast at 4, gusts at 7, humidity 30%, sunrise 6:40 a.m., and the UV index is going to come up to 4 moderates. So our 7-day forecast, Wednesday and Thursday, upper 60s. Friday and to Sunday, big temperature drop. 52 there on Friday, 53 on Sunday. Maybe some clouds Friday and Saturday, but not too much. And then as we head into next week, there are 57 there on Monday and 60 on Tuesday, so a little bit of a warming trend after the weekend.
Well, that does it for this edition of News 46. I'm Glenn Ebbers.
I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And from all everyone up here on the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a great night, and we hope to see you here tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.